We picked this up just a few minutes ago, just north of the Santa Monica Freeway on Central Avenue. We followed him over to Hooper, right by the Santa Monica Freeway, and then continued south of the Santa Monica Freeway on more surface streets. We just came off of Long Beach Avenue, also on 22nd and then 24th, and so far reasonable speeds, but at times this will be 22nd now, 22nd Street, and looks like he's going to wind his way back to Alameda. This looks back to Alameda, and that's where he's heading right now. You can see there's some pedestrians here in the area. He's driving, fortunately, at reasonable speeds, which is very important this time of the afternoon, and looks like he might stop here before he reaches Alameda, actually going right over that barrier onto a dirt road, and that's what those Ford Broncos are made for. They can take a heck of a lot, but so can those LAPD cruisers. Open up the shot for you just a bit, and you'll see they're right on top of them. They have 8-cylinder engines, and those, well, it looks like they're going to have to pull back a little bit, but the police helicopter, right back to that Ford Bronco, the police helicopter is right on top of this guy. Now, he might be thinking, looking in his rearview mirror, hey, I've lost the cops. I'm on an access road. They couldn't follow me. I'm in an SUV. I can take it here just south of Washington Boulevard near the train tracks, and looks like those PD police officers in their Crown Victorias, they pulled off, even if it's momentarily, but they got that helicopter overhead, and that helicopter, just like we're doing in Air 7 HD, watching his every move. Now, try to wind his way over those railroad tracks, and it's very possible he'll get stuck here. Looks like he's trying to make the best of it, though, with that four-wheel drive. Just hit the wall there, so there's one accident. We'll come around that building and keep track of this guy right by Washington Boulevard. Just a reminder, even though those police officers held off for just a minute, it looks like he's getting stuck on the tracks here, and most likely they'll be moving in here any second. The police helicopter, from our vantage point, right on top of that guy, running with looks like a soda bottle in his hand as well. And in just a matter of seconds, that police helicopter, they'll tell the ground officers exactly where this guy is at, where he's running to, where he's going, and then police officers in their cars, in their Ford Crown Victorias, they'll come right up on this guy, and hopefully in the next several minutes they'll make that arrest. But that pursuit came to an end. The guy couldn't get his truck off of that railroad track, making a run for it under that overpass on surface streets, and looks like he might be heading into a neighborhood here. Looks like he's stopping, but might want to try to find a hiding place or go back. It's going to be a strange afternoon here, but LAPD cruisers, they know pretty much where this guy's at. That police helicopter flying right alongside of us in Air 7 HD near Washington Boulevard, and he's radioing to the guys on the ground. Here's exactly what that guy is doing. Here's what he's dressed in. He's got a cutoff T-shirt. He's got blue jeans on. There are the cops just behind him. Down on the ground. He's complying with officers at this point, although they want him to turn over, face down on the ground, hands behind your back. We're going to try to get right in between that overpass. You can see the police officers right behind him. They've got their guns drawn. He's complying with officers. Down on the ground, face down, spread your hands and your arms, and in just a moment what they'll do, they'll come up to the guy, put the handcuffs on. There's the first officer. Handcuffs are on. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like anybody got hurt here, and that pursuit has finally come to an end. Live from Air 7 HD, I'm Bill Thomas, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Just fascinating when you watch some of these things, Bill. He takes off out of the car holding his 2-liter bottle of soda or something.
Eventually he dropped it.
That was so special to him, they had to carry it with him. Bill, can we, as we're watching this, it appears that they have him, but we're hearing that a train is coming and the vehicle remains on the tracks. Is there any way you can get that shot for us and go back to the vehicle that's been left on the tracks?
David, you got stepped on there for just a second, but we do hear that a train is inbound within about a quarter of a mile, and they are alerting all their police officers to clear the tracks as soon as you can. Get away from the car as well, because the train might not have this time to stop before it hits that Ford Bronco. Let's open up our shot here just a bit. We've got that one person in custody, and the second passenger jumped out a short while ago. There's the train on the right. Stand by. The train there on the right. So they're holding the train out before it hits that white Ford Bronco. Let's go right back to that Ford Bronco. The train is being held out just under a quarter of a mile. So it looks at this point as though everyone is safe. Both people have been taken into custody. 2 grand theft auto suspects. There's the guy that lost his Ford Bronco on the tracks. Made a run for it, but police officers being guided in by the police helicopter overhead. They got that suspect in custody, and fortunately, they were able to stop that train. Look how close the train is to that Ford Bronco. Off to your right, Trace, is the train, and looks like they were able to stop that train before it made any contact with that Ford Bronco and to get all the police officers off the tracks as well.